Well, since we did reaction to top 10 AOT transformation, we're gonna be doing top 10 Eren Yeager moments. So I'm kinda excited about it. Also very curious what's going to be the first one. So without further ado.
Hey there, Attack on Titan fans. How's the new season treating you? Wait, so you never saw that coming? You were surprised by the insane amount?
I thought maybe the previous video where I thought that the top one, or basically the best transformation, would be that final rambling. Maybe the show wasn't released yet, but that wouldn't actually make sense.
Of character development the protagonist has received, or you're still wondering about the morals and ethics of Eren Yeager? Either way, as a tribute to the man
totally
who
with
nearly
the guy.
massacred half of Libero, I'm bringing you 10 of the best Eren Yeager moments in the series. There won't be any manga spoilers.
I think that's gonna be actually more exciting than the previous
one.
one.
Don't forget to subscribe for more anime content like this and help us hit the next milestone for this channel. With that said, bite your fingers. Here comes Eren Yeager's best moments. At number 10, we have Eren's rampage to kill the female Titan after witnessing the death of the Levi squad.
Guys, why am I having goosebumps again? Like, this show left so many marks in my heart. It's actually insane. Also, that music, it's peak.
The theme of choice is something that runs often in the narrative of Attack on Titan. You make the wrong choice, you pay the price. And this time, that price is the deaths of the Levi squad. When Eren...
Also, I'm just having a random thought. Do you guys think there's gonna be something as impactful or as memorable as Attack on Titan? Like something, you know, in the future? Because I feel like genuinely that this is going to be like so almost close to impossible to beat, like when it comes to having as good anime as the Attack on Titan was. Because throughout watching the entire season or entire show, I felt like almost every episode was an amazing moment of my anime life, if that even makes sense.
But the boy did his best to avenge his comrades. This was the very first Titan shifter fight we saw in the series, and Eren Yeager gave his best. Each of his punches was an echo of rage. And can we take a moment to appreciate
I think
his
that's why I
hatred-filled
probably love
declaration
it
to
so
tear
much.
The female Titan piece by piece. But if Attack on
This
Titan
one
has taught us one lesson, it's that anger doesn't solve every problem. This is quite nice because normally when things go down,
well, I mean, kind of, if you think about it, basically the Eren was responsible for stopping the rumbling, right? He basically led them to ease the pain on the Eren's shoulder. But if you think about it, his anger literally solved everything.
Their rage mode on before smashing their opponents. But things don't work the same way with Annie because you're fighting with a trained child soldier.
I almost forgot about the
Eren may
race.
have lost this fight, but we're adding it here because of his resolve to avenge his comrades and using his Titan form with little practice to scare the living hell out of the female Titan.
And here we go again. The same one.
Next up, we have Eren's resolve to kill the female Titan. Motivation comes in various forms.
This was shocking to see.
Motivation hits you when you spurt out blood.
This was actually really shocking to see because I thought like he's like that kind of, oh, I'm useless. All of a sudden, the bro literally switched the flip and become demon.
And echo your hatred for the Titans. So things have gone down badly. Annie's revealed to be the female Titan, and she doesn't laugh and shrug it off. She actually laughs and then transforms into a Titan before going on a killing spree. As for Eren, he's left there buried under rocks, and our screaming protagonist loses his motivation for the first time. That's
you can see the eyes here.
The world is cruel motivational speech. Eren rises, gritting his teeth, and boom,
and then
you've got one angry Titan coming your way. And let's admit he made a damn good entrance by literally punching
huge
Annie
switch
in the face.
The bro literally 360 his entire life.
Coming up next is the first fight between Eren and Reiner. In Attack on Titan, friendships are the easiest to make and easiest to break. and that line will hit harder if you're a manga reader. So after the big reveals of Reiner and Berthold, Eren once again uses his rage mode to pick a one-on-one duel with the armored Titan.
I mean,
so
with
here we
rage
have a
you can
Titan
basically
shifter trained
solve
by
the entire show.
Malian military, plus having years of
All the
control over his
problems.
Titan, versus a soldier who barely knew the abilities of his Titan. As expected, the first few moments don't go well, but an unlikely ally comes in the form of a flashback, and for the first time in his life, Eren uses his brain. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a truly praiseworthy moment. With a combination of martial arts, Eren overpowers
And rage.
Reiner, and our armored Titan soon learns the lesson of underestimation. So, hats off to Eren for using his brain and making a massive leap in terms of character development.
This also gave me goosebumps, the fact he didn't even transform.
Well, what do you know? Even though Eren wasn't an expert in the brains department back in the day, he knows the most
This, like,
badass way to do a
attention
power
building.
awakening and to reject a love confession. In the
And the fact, like, I figure out, like, later, who is this? If I would watch it again and seeing it, like, knowing who this Titan is, then I think I would even have bigger chills.
season, we have another Eren gets kidnapped arc where the Survey Corps have to once again sacrifice a number of soldiers just to save him. But this time, Eren doesn't walk away crying and complaining. When his mother's killer appears right in front of him and kills another person that mattered in his life,
The bro
he's on the
literally had
verge
no
of giving
fear
up.
at that
But once
moment.
again, Mikasa
You-
to the
you could
rescue,
feel that.
or Mikasa to the confession in this case. The red scarf she holds seems to have more emotional weight than it shows, because Eren, rising up once again, calls in the power.
Why they didn't kiss? You see that moment? Do you see that moment? Like, don't you tell me that this is the perfect moment. This is gonna haunt me tonight.
Of the founder. Okay, he literally doesn't call it, and it happened by coincidence, but credit for Eren for taking revenge on his
Well,
mother's
that-
killer
that's a
and showing
shame.
Reiner and Berthold
It's still
the
haunting
power
me.
of the coordinate.
Yeah, the music again. Round 2.
At number 6, we have the second fight between the female Titan and Eren. So, continuing where I left off at number 9, we have Eren now running berserk inside the city while chasing the female Titan. It seems he's now arrived at the conclusion that Annie should be killed, and there's no going back. Annie, on the other hand, still thinks actively, predicting the attack Titan's moves and attacking back, nearly killing Eren with 3 punches to the head. But here's where the magic happens. Remember how I said rage doesn't solve
yeah.
every problem?
I
Well,
almost
it seems
forgot about
time
this one.
It does. The new Berserk Titan seems to take down Annie without any effort
See,
at all.
with the
and
rage you
not
can
in a
solve
pretty way.
everything.
If you never knew about Attack on Titan,
It's about
and
the
watched this scene
mindset,
for
the
the first time,
determination.
you'd almost think Annie's the innocent one here. Cheers to Eren for showing what his true rage mode can achieve, and let's ignore him for bragging about destroying the entire world, right? I mean, he
No,
only
let's
took down
not.
the female Titan because of his rage and got
That-
his
that
ass
was
kicked
kinda
twice.
wholesome.
How can this guy even think of destroying the world?
I really love the music band. They having like so many like such a wholesome music. It's insane.
Things changed
Yeah.
a lot when the military realized they have a Titan on their side, but the hype soon died down when the so-called Titan punched his own face and fell down unconscious. Way to make a good
Again, like I think some of these moments, especially like when you have that attention building and you literally got the perfect music to it, it hits
first
different. It
impression,
feels
Eren.
different.
All jokes and idealistic symbols aside, this was one of the moments Eren's
Yeah.
Titan actually helped the military to keep a step forward in their fight against the
Definitely,
Titans.
yeah.
With the Colossal Titan once again destroying the wall and the Titans swarming in, the military was on the verge of collapse. Sure, you've got Levi flying around, killing a few Titans here and there, but even he can't stop an army of Titans at once. In other words,
True.
if Eren wasn't there, then humanity's war against Titans would have ended much sooner. Eren wasn't in his best form back then.
I actually remember that little scout, like she really hating on the Eren the entire time. Like at that moment, I really wanted to Eren like not do anything and like let the humanity to be wiped, and then like, hey, I told you.
But due to his actions, humanity secured their first victory against the Titans and peace was restored. Even though peace lasted only for a couple of days, it did matter a lot.
Tatakae, sim music, the moment, the atmosphere, peak cinema. Absolute cinema. Yeah. Oh my god, like seeing him pulling it and the Bertolt, like, I was like, yes.
Coming in next, we have Eren doing something without using his
I'm
Titan
sorry, I
form for
really
the
hated
first
that
time.
character.
That's him taking down the Colossal Titan. Okay, most of the credit here goes to Armin, but the one who gave the final blow matters as well. Bertolt seemed to be the silent introvert who always looked up to Reiner, but when the spotlight shines on him, he doesn't forget to nuke a city and almost burn one of the main characters alive.
I don't know, even seeing his face in the Titan form, it kinda like
But
makes me
Armin's
upset.
actions actually played to Eren's advantage. Appearing from the back, Eren attacked the nape of the Titan and pulls
I
the
feel like
Titan shift
I want to
around.
watch
It was
it
a great
again.
distraction, but a great distraction
entire
always
show.
comes with a much greater cost. This time, the cost was Armin, and even though it was a victory for Eren, it was a total loss for him as well. He gained a victory, but also learned a lesson, and this helped him keep another massive step in terms of maturity and character development.
Yeah, the character development has been incredible on the Eren.
Next up, we have the second round of Eren and Reiner's fight during the Battle of Shiganshina. In the first 2 seasons, Eren might not have been the smartest guy around, but after the events of the Uprising arc, he relied more on his allies and also thought a lot before doing the punching. This difference was clearly visible during his second fight with Reiner. Although the first fight involved a lot of screams and curses, this time, Eren actually predicted his opponent's moves before using them against him. He also didn't use any bombastic dialogue and rage quotes during this round of the fight, and clearly, you can see the advantages of using one's brain during the fight. Reiner was soon overpowered, and the Armored Titan was no longer the strongest in the duel. Eren also relied on the power of his friends with the Thunder Spears rather than doing
With the
everything on his
power
own.
of friendship,
And the moral of the story
everything's
is,
possible.
if you use your head, life's gonna be much easier.
Yeah, but I gotta say, like, Reiner has been one of the most luckiest dude in the entire show. The amount of the survivability this dude has is actually insane. We've already seen this one, but it's nice to see it again.
Coming in at number 2 is Eren's transformation during
A little bit
Wintiber's
redemption
declaration
and
of
revenge.
War. We might have predicted that Eren would use his brain more in the upcoming arcs, but who in their wildest dreams thought Eren could achieve an IQ to combat like Yagami? If someone
Just look at his eyes, like, this is character development. It was also a little bit, you know, how can I say, like, before I really like how I could see the anger, but also now, like in the season 4, it was really nice to also like see him to be maybe a little bit mature, but you could see like he's calm, but like inside he knows what he's doing. Like he knows what needs to be done, or he basically know what he wants to do. So you could see like the confidence in him. So
says you can't achieve tension
both
by putting
stages
two
has
people
been
in a
like
room and
really
letting them
nice.
talk, then they're clearly wrong. Eren establishes the setting for his transformation perfectly. He tells Falco to bring Reiner, threatens him with one bleeding hand to show the consequences of his transformation, and waits
And then he literally wiped them all.
patiently until Tiber declares war so he can actually start counting the victims. Anyone who watched this scene wouldn't believe that this is the boy who tried to solve everything by screaming and punching. Eren's come a long way, and he's transformed from a boy filled with rage to a cold, calculating man. Needless to say, this
With rage as well, let's
was the
be
scene
honest.
where we realized Eren is no longer the hero of the story, but the monster the narrative created. He was done
And I also think that's actually what makes him kind of outstand comparing to the other animes, because when you think about it, like in a real world, the heroes usually don't win, right? There is always like there is so much evil, but when you're watching the shows and watching the anime and stuff, you're always having like a good guy like beating the evil guys and stuff, but it feels like so artificial. And I feel like the Attack on Titan is something a little bit different, because you could feel that even though that dude is basically, or shouldn't do it, he did it and eventually almost like achieve his goals, even though it's actually not good when, you know, in some sort of
With
sense.
pacifism and was moving forward with bellicism. I'll gladly place my bets and confirm that your reaction when Eren transformed was similar to the reaction of the crowd assembled.
I was literally like, yes. Oh, this yeah, and 2 epic moments from 1 episode, like 1 sequence.
And at number 1, the best moment of Eren Yeager so far, his fight with the Warhammer Titan. Well, words
Basically, like, look for the cable and unplug, like.
failed to explain this fight. Should I start with how Eren provoked the Titan to transform, or should I speak about the climax of the fight, or even how brutal the attack Titan looked after the massacre? If Eren used 60% of his brain during the second round with Reiner, then he clearly went above and beyond in his levels of IQ during his fight
Full
with the
capacity.
Warhammer. Even when his head was chopped off and his Titan was on the verge of collapse, Eren's expression was still cold and calculating, as if he was thinking of a way to take down the Titan rather than panicking and resorting to rage. Each of his moves were well thought
Now when I'm listening in it, seeing it, it gives me chill
out,
again.
and he was quick to figure out the mystery behind the Warhammer Titan. The Eren Yeager you see now is way more brutal and calculating than the one you saw 3 seasons ago, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is peak character development. The Eren Yeager you see here is the man who would become one of the greatest fictional characters of all time.
The boy who became a man. This was kind of vicious, but it was needed.
So there goes 10 of the best Eren Yeager moments of all.
Still, every single time I'm seeing the Reiner panicking, it kind of like gives me some sort of satisfaction, not gonna lie. It's literally one of the best shows I've ever seen, and I think it would be really extremely, or maybe almost close to impossible to beat it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about it, and have a lovely day. Take care.